The French-German defense company KNDS is publicly unveiling its new MBT on Eurosatory, the Leopard 2 ARC 3.0, or we should probably better say the Leopard 3. In this video, we are going to talk about everything we know so far about this new version of the Leopard 2, or maybe this new tank. The biggest revolution from previous Leopard 2 versions is the new turret. It is completely unmanned. This allows the tank to concentrate its armament on the hull, on the chassis, which increases significantly the protection of its crew, while at the same time it obviously increases also the mission kill likelihood, meaning as the turret is less armored, it is much more likely that it can be taken out with enemy fire, thus making the tank combat incapable and requiring repair at the cost of increasing survivability of the crew. At the same time, with the turret being smaller and less armored and the hull having increased protection, the weight still goes down under 60 tons, making it lighter than the current versions. The engine stays the same at 1,500 horsepower. The 3 crewmen, now 1 less as it has an autoloader, are all in the hull. And the pictures imply with the segments that it will have reactive armor to add to its protection. The turret shows fully integrated trophy active protection system with its sensors and the launchers, and a lot of sensors are visible all around the tank, showing full sensory coverage and probably giving camera views to the crew and to the driver even without using the main optics. At the same time, the tank will also have a laser warning receiver. It is, according to its status, it is capable of recognizing drones, which is now a big danger, and it has optics recognition, obviously seemingly. That means that it can see when it's being targeted by another tank. The tank is also being prepared to take control over UAV and UGV, meaning ground drones and aerial drones. So from the tank itself, it will have the command and control to launch, to control drones itself. The interesting part about the turret is that apparently for the first time in a long time, this tank will not have a coaxial machine gun or a coaxial autocannon. The secondary armament is fully concentrated on a 30mm autocannon in a weapons platform on top of the turret. But the expected thing is happening here. This autocannon is fully capable of engaging drones for the protection of the tank itself. Around the weapon platform, we have launchers for smoke and explosive grenades. Basically, these can be used for either, depending on the mission profile. The turret is right now going to be presented with a 120mm cannon that has an autoloader, but the design is already prepared to take the 130mm from Rheinmetall or the 140mm from KNDS. Both are in testing phase right now and soon to be available. The pictures are implying that the gun will be mounted like in the expeditionary tank, meaning that it swings up and down in itself on top of the turret. The picture shows that the back of the gun is elevating above the turret. This should give increased range of motion vertically and negatively, adding to the protection as it allows the tank to go further into hiding behind a hill. At the same time, this also means that theoretically a turret basket is not needed, so it's possible that the turret is basically just added on top of a hull and separated with armor from it, which would obviously massively increase the protection in case of a hit in the turret and its burning off and the explosion of the ammunition inside of the turret. This also means that even if the tank has additional ammunition stored inside of its hull, the crew will not be able to reload the autoloader from inside of the turret. They will have to disengage, disembark, and then reload in case this is true, but it certainly looks like it. The current cadence is being set at 3 rounds every 10 seconds, translating to 18 rounds a minute, which would be insanely high if it's reliable. Currently there are no numbers about the ammunition stored inside of the turret. This will obviously vary depending on the caliber as well, so it's not that easy to answer. The rocket launcher on top of the tank will allow it to engage targets at line of sight and non-line of sight, so possibly behind cover or at long distance where the gun itself can no longer reach reliably. That's all we know so far about the tank. In case there's more, we'll obviously talk about it in the future. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Leave your comment. Do you think this is better than the KF-51? This is a more likely result to be introduced in Europe's armies. And if you're new here, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. This channel is only possible because of the support of viewers like you. So if you like to support the channel, you can do so by the means in the description. But that's it from me for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back.